Ready when you guys are. Whatever.
Powered by Wirecast Pro.
Welcome back, everyone. This is your host, Ray Hansen, also known as Big Truck, and we are about to rock and roll with the hot seat match on your left and the final, I can't say the final two of the one-loss side because the winner of the match on your right will have to play the loser of the match on your left. These are the final four players, though, the top four of the field. It's right here.
On table number 16, we have the hot seat match. We have Guimond versus Charlie, Hillbilly, Bryant for the hot seat. Table number 16, Guimond versus Charlie, Hillbilly, Bryant again for the hot seat. So let's go.
We're going to finish this match up here, and then the loser of the table on your right will play the winner. Excuse me, the loser of the table on the left will play the winner of the player on the right. And the winner of that match will secure second place for sure, and will get a chance at the finals. The winner of the hot seat on your left, of course, will play in the finals, and it will be true double elimination, race to 7. Alright, all the players are making their last minute breaks, grabbing a cold drink, making use of the facilities, and we are ready to rock and roll. Kevin Guimond is in the arena already. Charlie Bryant has made his way here as well, and about to flip on the table on your right is the one-loss side match. Manole makes a nice break on the one-loss match, and he's got a clear view of the one ball. Looks like the 2-3 on the bottom rail is going to be an issue. Now Charlie Bryant will be breaking on the table on your left on the hot seat match, and look out because I'm taking cover. This guy breaks like King Kong. that ball flies off the table, it's liable to take out anyone. Great break by Charlie, and he got rewarded with a shot on the 1, but the 2 is all the way at the other end of the table, up underneath a 9 ball. Shane Manole on the 1-loss side, taking a shot at the combo 2-3 here. Oh, love. Well, and that's who won the first rack with Sylver and Shane Manole. We'll get that updated here in a minute. Charlie Bryant, Kevin Guimond on rack number 1 still. Kevin Guimond takes rack number 1. Sylver with a very nice layout here, as long as you don't get in that side pocket. And we'll get that score updated on that match as well. Sylver is just a cool cat, man. He just struts around the table and puts them in like it's no problem. All right, it's tied up 1 apiece on that game. Manole plays a safety, and Sylver Ochoa will likely be pushing out here. Kevin Guimond has a really nice layout on the hot seat match, and a good opportunity to go up 2-0 on Charlie Bryant. Sylver had a good hit. I didn't think he could even see that ball. Very nice shot by Manole there. Shane's got a really nice stroke. Smooth. He overruled that a little bit. Kevin Guimond with a little bit of a funny angle here. He's probably going to punch this forward. 9 ball here. Manole with a shot at going up on Sylver Ochoa, and he does. 2-1 now on Sylver Ochoa on the win-loss side match. And Kevin Guimond with a really tough shot on the hot seat match here to take a 2-0 lead on Hillbilly. It's been a pretty exciting tournament so far, gotta admit, and got a special guest joining us in the booth right now for the remainder of these matches. Brandon Schuff. Brandon, how we doing?
Not bad, man. Thanks for having me again, Ray. Awesome tournament this turned out to be. Yeah, I tell you what, that Shane Manole seems like he's in pretty much dead stroke, man. He's hitting that ball good.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Both Shane and Sylver have kind of a similar style. You know, they're both kind of just laid back, kind of stroll around the table and
laid back, smooth stroking,
running out fools. Yeah, they run out, man, and they just both look like they're just laid back. You know,
I definitely like the winner of that match to get to the final. So whoever loses the hot seat match might have to come with some stuff to beat these guys. They're both on a good run. Shane's on a better run than anybody. He was on the loser side at the start of the day. Looks like Sylver has a pretty decent run out here. The 7-8 looks pretty much dead. He's just got to stun this rock over, make sure he doesn't ever hit it.
Well, Kevin Guimond gets the win anyway, and 2-0 leading Charlie Bryant. Crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty exciting here. It's nothing but runouts, a lot of shooting with these old school rules, and everybody's got to show their firepower. Safeties pretty much mean nothing because you can push out, the player can shoot a safe. You can push out again, play a safe. I mean,
it's kind of just positioning to see who sells out first.
Yeah, or see who's going to get ballsy and shoot the shot first, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Well, if Charlie Bryant has taken a quick break, we'll go full screen while he's doing that. Which Sylver Ochoa popped this 9 ball. And he gets it down and ties it up. 2-2. We got action.
Well, I mean, even though Hillbilly missed that 9 ball, he's definitely still having a good tournament. I mean, he's playing for the hot seat guaranteed third, so he's got one more barrel if he happens to find himself in a losing situation here.
Back at the table.
Yeah, him and his monster break. Yeah, so far this weekend here at Deep Pockets in Allen, Texas, we've been having quite a bit of some good action going on back on the 9-foots in the back. A lot of chickens being swapped. Well, Sylver and Hillbilly, two of Texas top players.
Yeah, and really Shane Manole's been living here in Texas now for a few years, but he's from Southern California originally.
Yeah, he's been out here for a while.
So it's like we got two Texas guys in the Final Fours, and then we got East Coast and West Coast.
Yeah, Kevin Guimond from Connecticut sold for $200 in the first Calcutta. Unbelievably cheap. He's a good kid, though. I mean, he's up and coming, shows a lot of heart, plays real hard.
Yeah, he does. Well,
I'm happy to see him sneak in here.
Yeah. Well, he probably went so low because everybody saw what a beating he put on him up at the Ultimate 10 Ball.
Oh, stop it. Oh.
On the TV table, too.
Hey, that was a close match, man. It was like 5-5. Or
That was like Hill, wasn't it?
No, that one 8-6. But I mean, it was.
Yeah.
It was tight, man. I mean, he played good.
Oh, Charlie let the cue ball go. Snuck up on the top of the floor, man.
Well, for any players out there that are on the amateur level, maybe, I mean, Charlie Hillbilly Bryant is definitely the player with the best fundamentals left in the tournament right now.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, he's fantastic. Sylver has some really stout fundamentals also. And then a lot of it comes from he's been doing a lot of lessons.
Yeah, and he's got a lot of natural talent. I mean, he kind of does things on a natural level, but Hillbilly, you can see how he really works everything as a fundamental. I mean, how precise he acts and moves at the table and pre-shot routine and all that stuff. I mean, Hillbilly's a robot. That was pretty sporty. Nice shot, Hillbilly. Yeah, Ray, this is an awesome split screen you got going on here, man. I'm absolutely loving it. Yeah, the venue here for this event, man, I mean, the bleacher seating, the tournament room outside, the streaming room, I mean, there's so much room. I was really excited when I came in Friday. Good out, Hillbilly. Sylver just broke dry there, and they didn't really combust that well. That table actually that Sylver and Shane are playing on is the toughest racking table in here. My match with Sylver this morning on the winner's bracket, I broke dry twice. Couldn't believe it, you know, because on the bar table, it's tough to break dry. Everybody's been breaking dry on that table. This is an interesting layout here. I'm curious to where he's going to push out to. Maybe down near the pocket where the 2-ball is. Just let him use the window between the 4 and the 9 to play another safety, and he's going to have to push out again. With this format, it ends up being like you're going to have to see how you're going to have to push out to a safe that your opponent's going to shoot and then push out again. I mean, you can read 3 push-outs ahead almost. That was a pretty good shot. You know, I've had a lot of good feedback about these rules, Ray. You know, a lot of people said that, you know, I mean, even though it was tough to get the hang of it, and there was always a lot of questions on, you know, what to do because the rules haven't been played in so long. But you know, for the most part, people like to see it come back. So
yeah, absolutely. You know, it's a really clean way to play too. I mean, it takes a lot of the, you know, nobody ever walks away from the rack of any game going, damn, he got lucky on me, man. He caught a roll. That's how they won.
He slop safed me, or
yeah,
you know, whatever.
Not one of those comments the whole weekend. That's really cool.
Yeah.
'Cause there's nothing worse than your player dogging a ball and then rolling you up behind the ball.
Yeah, the worst thing that's been happening is dry breaks.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, exactly. So it's made a believer out of me. I mean, this is my first time to play old school rules too. You know, I'm old, but I'm not that old. And, but I really enjoyed it. I like them. I'd like to you know, see about maybe trying to get some interest in some weekly 2-foul push-out tournaments. I think they'd really catch on.
Oh, now you're pushing the limit.
Not for me, man. Not for me.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I don't have time, but I mean, I'd like to see some popping up. I think they'd be popular.
Yeah.
So, Chef, what's going on with you and Joey Burns, man? What's the story? What happened?
Rematch from Shreveport. I beat him in Shreveport a set, and all of a sudden, some friends of mine from Louisiana came up, trying to put show enough in the box, and of course it happened.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got a good little set going on. 4 ahead for 4,000.
Nice. And y'all started last night, though, didn't you?
Yeah.
How did the night finish?
We played for 4 hours. I was up 1 game in the end, and he escaped that last game. I was up 7-0 to go up 2 games. I almost had a chance to win the set in 20 minutes when 3:30 hit.
No kidding.
We prorated till 4 in the morning.
Right.
When 3:30 hit, I was down a game, and then at 3:40 I was up 1, running out 7 balls to 0. Yeah.
Wow.
But I feel like I'm, a pretty big favorite to win, and I beat him that set last time. So
you guys are going to finish
yeah,
tonight?
we're going to finish tonight. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Well, any of you viewers out there, if you're anywhere nearby, get in your car and come on down. I'm probably going to be, I'll probably leave the camera rolling for a little while too. I got to talk to John.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That's going to be exciting, Shuff.
Yeah, I love that one pocket, man.
Yes, I really appreciate everyone out on the internet that's been supporting the show, and I hope we got some viewers here today that took advantage of the free roll offer I made for a lot of folks on yesterday, and really been a great tournament to watch too. It's a lot of fun, and not only that, we added. I had the stream rolling till 4 a.m. till y'all finished last night.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if you actually were, if you got the pay-per-view yesterday, or if you were on a free roll, you could have watched Shuff in action all the way till 4 a.m. And then I'll be turning it on tonight too, so a little added value there. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Yeah, big shout out to Yvette Reyes for helping out run the tournament. She actually did a really good job and helped us out a lot with the tournament board.
Absolutely. Yeah, and man, she's got the best handwriting in pool.
Oh yeah.
Tell you what, that bracket looks like you can make a poster out of it.
I second that.
In fact, somebody came up and reported a match when I was standing there, and Yvette wasn't nearby. I had the pen in my hand. I was fixing to write their name on there, and I looked at all the handwriting. I couldn't do it, man. I just waited for Yvette to get back. So, man, that thing looks perfect.
Yeah, she's definitely good at what she does. And how about the Calcutta, man? We hit about 18,000 or close to, or something like that. I mean, that's pretty sporty. People in Texas definitely like to get themselves in action, get their money in action.
Yeah, if you're just tuning in, this is your host Ray Hansen, and I'm joined in the booth right now by Brandon Shuff.
Hey.
Someone suggested, Brandon, that maybe we should get an action match going with you and Jeremy Jones there.
Yeah.
A little entertainment. Y'all provided it earlier.
Well, before I matched up with Joey last night, my Louisiana buddies were telling me, make a game with anybody, like they told me they'd put me in playing Jeremy. And I mean, on paper, I'm not the favorite, but I feel like I can win. I feel like I can win doing anything really, but and if I don't feel like I can't win, I'm not going to play. But Jeremy came up to me and asked me to play, and I said sure. And then he said, "Let's play tomorrow." So, I mean, we might match up. It's going to happen eventually, but
yeah. Well, it still could end up happening this week sometime, possibly.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah, I know the racking thing too. I know you guys are both just really passionate about a good game, and sometimes you get a couple of champions together talking about that stuff, and it's it can get heated at times. It happens a lot.
No comment.
I figured you were going to say that. Smart kid.
Yeah. That was an awesome shot by Kevin right there. I didn't think you could see the whole thing. I guess he could. This rack and 9 ball being played by Sylver and Shane right now is probably, there's been about 1,400 safes in a row.
Yeah, this is that strategery. And you know, once we get down to, the final 4 players, these are the guys that are been playing this the smartest. And, these could be a little bit longer matches, actually. As they're going to be less prone to selling anything out here or firing something crazy.
If somebody doesn't have a layout, they're going to run into a push out eventually.
Yeah.
It's exciting to watch. It really is,
Yeah, I have seen a bunch of safeties too, actually. Oh, look at that shot, Kevin Guimond. Wow, nice shot.
Well, he hit that pretty good. Gin it to win it. Well, with this 9 ball, Kevin secures a 3-1 lead over the notorious Texas favorite Charlie Hillbilly Bryant.
Texas Open champion.
Texas Open. Oh wait, he actually, he did win last year, didn't he?
Yeah, he's the current Texas Open champion.
That's right.
Defeated Gabe Owen in the finals.
Yeah.
Well, there's a freeze frame there.
I really like Shane's cue ball with the way he maneuvers it around. I mean, he's got such a, I guess I would say jelly stroke. I mean, it looks like it's liquid just flowing,
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
That wasn't supposed to happen. Ruh-roh, Raggy.
One thing, it's a little unique, Shuff, about having the split screen going when you start making the comment. At first, you have to kind of say which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Not used to that.
All right. It's a little bit different. Anyway.
I'm sure we can tell where the drama just happened.
Yeah, most of the time.
I'm surprised Cliff got knocked out already. He was hitting him good. Him and Jeremy actually played a set of one pocket the other night. And Cliff came out on top playing even.
Hey, Shuff, did Guimond get half himself in the shot?
I'm sure he did.
Unless he was broke, that'd be the only reason he wouldn't. It's like you thought spin, but his cue just wouldn't do it. Isn't a tough spot here. You may be looking at a rollout even.
Who, Charlie?
Yeah. Sylver Ochoa. Another smooth stroking young man.
Yeah, Sylver's definitely, the last few years, been making a real strong impact. He finished second in the banks at the Derby. He won that one pocket tournament in Oklahoma a year or two ago.
Won the T-Town Classic.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Got second in the Derby one pocket too that year.
Yeah.
Now Charlie's looking at firing at this combo. That's a hard combo right there.
Yeah, that's the thing about these. Old school rules is you're kind of forced to fire because safeties don't always work.
Shot.
Hillbilly.
He didn't tap it in either, did he?
Yeah, no.
Wow, straight shot.
Yeah, I ended up getting knocked out by C.J. Wiley on the loser side, and
No kidding. That's right. I was wondering.
yeah, break and run my first 4 racks and still lose a set. Sick. We had one push out the whole set.
Wow.
Yeah. And it was by me, and I hit it light and had to kick at the ball, and I missed it and gave up ball in hand. Lost the set. Supposed to get to the hill.
That was some high-powered pool right there.
Yeah, it was. I mean, the table was breaking great. You know, certain tables break different than others, you know. I mean, it's kind of a crapshoot going on to a new table every match. I mean, that's another one of the factors that's dealt with, you know, playing tournaments like these. That was an awesome shot by Shane right there.
Yeah, it was.
Especially after he missed that 6 ball, the last rack, you know, to get out to tie it up.
Yeah.
And then come with that, you know, it's pretty sporty.
Yeah, from the internet chat room, Keith Hewland giving a shout out to Shuff there.
Hey, Keith, man, with them real billiards in Iberia, Louisiana. Awesome place, awesome guy.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm really looking forward to seeing everybody out there at the end of July.
Yeah, it's going to be a great tournament there with the pro event. It's coming up, and also the Pro-Am Open 9-ball in the bar boxes. That's going to be fun. Of course, add in a Louisiana-style players auction as well.
Yeah, man, it's going to be awesome.
All right, we'll get that scoreboard updated. Shane Manole is another one on the board. A lot of people know Shane as Sam. They call him Sam. That's his initials.
Yeah, that's how I know.
Yes, his initials are S-A-M. And his name's actually Shane Manole. There's a Sam Manole, actually, that plays out on the East Coast. I don't know if you may have ran into him. I think about Shane every time I see him, his name come up.
Really?
Yeah. That'd be an interesting challenge match. We could get Shane Manole versus Sam Manole.
Yeah, or Shane Manole versus Shane Manole.
So that'll be Sam Manole versus Sam Manole.
I'm actually really happy for Sylver doing well in this tournament, because the last few tournaments he's played in, you know, he hasn't finished that well.
Yeah.
You know, like, I mean, every player goes through streaks where they don't win a tournament for a little while, but this be a nice one to see Sylver snap off, you know,
Yeah, it would.
break that streak, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Of course, you know, this is Hillbilly's home room. This is he just lives right up the road from here, but
Yeah.
he plays out of here.
Yeah.
And you know, he's really would like to put the Country Calvin title in his cap there as well.
Yeah, you know, I'd like to see Hillbilly win too. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, all 4 of these players, I would not mind seeing
Any of them.
any of them win it, yeah. Hillbilly's been working a lot, you know, he hasn't been playing a lot, which kind of gives him the strength to get more interested when it comes down to crunch time. You know, when you don't play as much, or, you know, when you have lack of play going on, you get more into it, so to say, you know?
Yeah. He's still a pretty intense player, though, even though you know, he's not relying on it for an income.
Yep. That's just one of the beauties of the game. Oh, that was a bad roll there.
Yeah.
He hit that ball good, too. No, bar table pool. Jeez.
Well, at least it's behind the line.
The pockets are about 4.5, 4 3/4.
Now they're less than that. You can't even 2 balls get stuck in the jaws.
But they're playing like they're 7 inches wide.
Well, there's no shelf on them.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
don't have the deep shelf like the 9-foots do.
Yeah, the drop point is pretty short.
They did actually have deeper shelves on the earlier models of these tables, and they went to the smaller shelf because they were really hard to play on. A lot of the league players were complaining, and they went to a smaller shelf on it.
Yeah, Ray, you know, I'd really like to give you a big shout out, man, for all the promoting you did in this tournament. I mean,
Thanks, man.
dude, I've been paying attention to it on a daily basis, man, and you really killed it. This turnout happened because of you, so I just wanted to give you a shout out.
Well, I appreciate that, but you know, there's a huge following and support of pool in the Houston area, and that's those people deserve a shout out too, man. Houston really came and supported this event, and Junior Moore, the owner here, and his wife Cindy, great people.
Oh, unbelievable, yeah.
Yeah, just down to earth, you know, and just I mean, they make you feel at home here.
Yeah, you know, I mean, in all reality, we couldn't ask for more support from the local Texas people here. We had some Louisiana kids come out for some action. We got a bunch of players from San Antonio come out. Country Calvin Harco himself come from Arkansas.
Hey, how about that, man? Country Calvin finishing in the cash, man.
Yeah,
that was cool.
Coming out the woodworks, old school, coming and cashing.
Hadn't played in a big tournament in a long time.
Yeah.
It might have been 20 years or better.
And he's so excited that we have this tournament in his name, man. I mean,
Yeah, it's awesome.
we really did it up for him.
He's a good guy, too, man.
He is, man. He's an awesome guy.
It's really the first time I've got to hang around him very much. I did stop and have some coffee with him on the way back from Arkansas last month.
Oh, really?
And you know, I liked him right away. And but you know, during this event, you never really got to know him a little bit more. Charlie
Nice
Bryant.
shot, Charlie. That will tie the score up. 3 games apiece with Charlie and Kevin. Looks like we might see a safety here by Shane and then a rollout by Sylver. He might try to bank this ball, you never know. Yeah, he went for it. You know, that's what I like about Shane, man. He's not afraid to fire.
And a lot of times he gets there, too.
Yeah, he will fire. That's one of the biggest elements in a person's arsenal. You gotta have the ability to let the trigger go. Just pull it. Hitting the ball good. You know, I tell you right now, man, I mean, look at these four players. I don't know who I'd bet on to win from here. They all seem like they're just as eager to win. They seem like the odds are even between all players on who could win.
Right. They could all get there, too.
Yeah, and they're all hitting good.
And they've all got major wins under their belt, too.
Yeah.
That was a good shot by Charlie.
Yeah.
Just get a little roll out of it.
Charlie's a mechanical monster, I'll tell you what. He just looks like he's a robot sometimes, you know? Well, folks, our next round after these matches, there's going to be the winner of Shane and Sylver will be playing the loser of Kevin and Charlie.
Yeah, and the loser of Shane and Sylver will finish 4th place.
Shane missed that 6 ball. Hit a lot of good shots after that. He's basically saying, I ain't done yet. Oh,
Nice shot. sure looked like Sylver hit that too good also. Well, I don't know if anyone out on the internet has noticed or not, but I'm utilizing my new silent keyboard. No more clicking in the background. It's a little tougher to use, but I think the benefits are worth it. Alright, had a few, missed a few racks there. Going to get scoreboards updated here. Charlie and Kevin have taken a quick break. Wow. He intended that to go quite that far.
Yeah, I think he was just trying to stun off to the middle of the table, 2 rails. But still, it's a bar table. I mean, there's 1,000 ways to get it out. No way. He jumped up before he shot the ball.
Yeah, he did.
Oh.
That was huge. Shane Manole on the hill. Kevin Guimond is back in the arena, and Charlie Bryant is Kevin's about to break. Not only that, Shane's on the hill and breaking. How strong is that? That was a big miss right there.
Yeah, that was critical. And anybody who knows me out there, I'm usually rooting for the underdog or whoever's losing. So let's go, Sylver. You're all right. If he gets a shot on the break here, runs out, breaks and runs out, hill.
Shot. Well, Kevin Guimond's got a chance here to go up 5-3. Surely everything's laying pretty decent. The 5. And it's 5 and 9. Like, I can't tell from here if they're on or not, but I guess we'll find out soon enough.
Yeah, it looks like the 5's pretty much frozen to the ground. The 9's off a little bit. I mean, key shot here is 4 to the 5. He's got to work around that obstacle and take a 2-game lead maybe if he gets out here. Well, Shane could see that 2 ball, and he made it, and there's a shot on the 3. I think he's going to go up. Well, he's got a shot on the 4, but the 5 looks pretty tough. I like going up 2 rails, skimming past the 9 ball without touching it, and coming back down in right where he was just aiming. Shooting the 5 in the corner, coming underneath the 7, 2 rails back out for the 6, and then you're out. He's looking at it right now to make sure it don't bump the 8. He might run into him.
Kevin Guimond here's got. I can't tell if he's got an angle or not to get on his 5. But it looks like, I guess he does. You look at it, drawing back and playing 5-9.
Well, looks like Shane's gonna fire this 5-9 into the side. Looks like he's gonna get up and shoot it with no fear. He's really letting it go.
I don't like it.
Yeah, it does look a little funny, don't it?
Yeah.
You gotta hit the 9 so thin, you know.
Yeah, it might go right off the 8.
Yeah, 5-9
Off the
combo by Kevin.
If off the 8 is natural, then maybe. But when's a billiard natural? Well, I guess a lot of times. Never mind. All right.
I mean, honestly, with these push-out rules, you're kind of forced to shoot this ball. This combo. I mean, Shane is forced to shoot the combo.
Yeah, I could push out.
And it's kind of a 2-way. It goes up there in the corner by the 6. Or maybe even off the 6. I mean, he's got a lot of fortunate things that could happen here. Let's see what happens. Here we go.
Off the point. Oh, look, he got a jelly roll.
No, that's not a jelly roll. It's a straight-in combo.
Oh, is it? Well, your eyes are better than mine.
Well, I mean, it appears to be straight in.
Yeah, you're right. It was pretty good.
Well, that's the opening that Sylver needed.
Yeah, he sure did.
Well, here we go. The 8 and the 9 for Sylver to make it 6-5. Tell you what, Ray, I can't wait till next weekend already, man. The Barnett Memorial is going to be awesome.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's right. We're going to have a great tournament next weekend with James Barnett Memorial, honoring a really great guy. James was a huge supporter of pool here in Texas, and a great friend. Nearly everyone that knew him loved the guy.
Yep, nothing but great stories about him that everybody has.
Yeah. Loved the action too, and he certainly would have loved to have been down here at the Country Calvin.
Yeah, you know he would have been here for sure. Well, Sylver's got a difficult shot here. I mean, I think he's going to have to fire at it.
The James Burnett Memorial, that's going to start Thursday. A mini tournament will be starting at Bogies on Thursday night, 500 added. And then on Friday night, we'll start a 2,500 added one pocket and 4,000 added Text Express Rules 9-ball on the diamond barred boxes. All that's going to start up. It is the James Burnett Ironman Memorial. A lot of James's family will be there.
Yeah, we're also going to have a ladies event too.
Ladies 9-ball, 1,500 added. That'll start on Saturday morning. That's going to be a large time, that's for sure.
I like how you state that. We might have Hill here if he kicks this ball in, gets on the 5, and breaks out that 8. Oh, he could see the whole thing. I thought he had to kick at it. Well, it looks like the 8-9's wired up there in the corner nearest the cue ball was for Sylver. Good thing there's a push-out rule because Kevin just kicked at a ball and hooks Charlie.
Charlie will be pushing out here.
Yeah, I like just pushing down right in between the 5 and that corner pocket. Leaving the bank. I would like to leave a little more of an angle on that. Howdy, hit it. So we're coming with a great shot right there.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah.
Hill action.
Hill thriller.
Yeah, Kevin Guimond is looking to get on the hill himself.
Yeah, he just came with an awesome bank shot right there.
thinking, Shane's been on the hill and Sylver just ain't got no quit in him, does he?
Well, it appears not.
Sylver
A
taking
lot of heart.
Yeah, taking a short break, and while they have, we'll pull up the Guimond Bryant match full screen.
Well, remember that last name, Guimond. First time I ever heard of him was at the Ultimate Timball in Dallas, just a month or two ago, or 2 months ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So now I just added another.
Oh, you jinxed it. Man.
No, I didn't. But I did just add another name to my list of strong players to remember in my memory bank.
Yeah, Kevin Guimond. Yeah, I had already known Kevin because of my Newbie tournament that I had. He had wanted to play in it one month, and I had to look him up.
Oh, really? He came out here?
Well, yeah, he came. Well, he came to play in one that I did in Austin.
Oh.
And actually, almost slipped through the cracks there. Actually ended up Googling him at the players' meeting before we started.
Oh, snap.
It's like, man, you can't play, dude.
Well, Shane broke dry, and Sylver cut the one inside. Now he's got the deuce. Little angle on the deuce here. The 6 is tied up. This definitely isn't an easy out.
Missed that break. Sorry about that. I got Robert Luke over here got me chatting on the side.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys that come out and show a lot of support for the Calcutta. I think I got a list of names in my head stored up from when we did the Calcutta.
Players meeting.
Yeah, players meeting, our players meeting. A lot of people showed a lot of support for the tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a great, really great event. The tournament's having a total, we're going to have a total payout of over $33,000 here at the Country Calvin Classic now. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that is pretty sporty. Well, this might be all she wrote for Sylver and Shane. Shane was up 6-4. Found himself with a dry break at Hill. Unbelievable. He's going to need to break this out right here. I think he's got the shot too. Yeah.
Man, was that a happy punch on the table? Or?
Yeah.
I don't see that too often. Usually
Yeah, I've
see
seen a couple bad ones. I've seen some good ones. Yeah. Sylver's kind of off the wall sometimes. You never know what's going to happen. Gotta love the kid. Sylver escaped this one.
Yeah, that's it, man. Shane Manole might as well throw the white towel up on the table here.
Yeah.
If you're just joining us, this is your host, Ray Hansen, and I'm joined right now by Brandon Schuff here in the booth with me.
Thanks, Ray.
Brandon was the 2009 Houston Open champion, for some of you Houston people that may not remember. All right.
Awesome match, guys. Awesome match.
It was great showing Sylver Ochoa. And we're going to go full screen on the Guimond Bryant match here, 5-4 right now. Wow, yeah, congrats to Sylver, man. He's going to be advancing and playing the winner, the loser of the hot seat match that we're watching right now. Matt, tell you what, this is a great pool hall. Place has been just rocking.
It has been, man. I mean, it's been jam-packed all weekend. We got a lot of seating, a lot of tables, 4 9-foots for all the action. I mean, couldn't have had a better venue. And I love the bleacher seating in the background, as y'all can see.
Absolutely. I mean, plenty of seating for 60 people just on the bleachers. And then there's various VIP seating around the room with heavy high-back cushioned like office chairs and stuff.
Yeah.
And then there's also numerous taller bar stools, and just a great place to watch a pool match. Yes, Jordan from the internet put it best, railbird heaven.
You got that right.
Raised seating throughout the building as well.
Well, the guys who usually snap me off in the tournaments, when I like them, I usually like to root them on. So I'd like to see Sylver win from here.
Yeah, Sylver definitely can do it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hot seat match continues.
Oh my gosh.
Man, Charlie can't believe that ball went. I mean, if you could put the cue ball down there and hit it, trying to hit it between them balls in that pad, you'd have a hard time doing it without hitting those two balls.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, Charlie, he may be looking at a push out here. I mean, you almost got a push out here, don't you?
Wow. Yeah, I thought he was going to soft that with a lot of English and play the 4 on the side. Spin out, bump the 5 or something.
Charlie.
That was pretty dramatic. I mean, this is a huge game here.
Very huge.
There isn't really anywhere safe to push out to as good as Kevin's shooting.
That's true. I mean, you almost have to maybe try to shoot out maybe, for a tough cut either way, kind of thing or something. I don't know.
I mean, but still, you don't even want to do that. I might rather wail at the ball, But then again, Charlie is the master of aiming kick shots, and his kick game is definitely world class. So if he dedicates himself to this kick shot, he stands a pretty high percentage of making it. Well, I don't want to say high percentage, but he stands a good shot at making it,
Yeah,
he's looking at the rollout.
sure don't like
I don't like that. You can cut it in the side, you know, I mean.
Maybe down lower does what I was thinking.
Yeah, shoot it and hang it in the pocket.
But I don't like, I sure don't like kicking at it, that's for sure, because that's a scratch on the side waiting to happen.
Yeah. If you do roll out here, roll out and stick it in the pocket, on the right bottom pocket.
Yeah, that wouldn't be bad. You know, it's kind of a touchy spot because if you kick in the pocket, he might be able to put enough top on it to keep it out of the side pocket on a cut in the corner.
Yeah.
But if if he gets too high, like you said, you could cut it in the side. There's only a little spot right there.
You got to put it in the pocket.
Yeah.
It's always tough to shoot out of the pocket, you know.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Kevin's holding us cool though. I mean, he's got a real good demeanor. He's sitting back there and he's not smiling, he's not laughing, he's not shaking his head, and he's just very composed.
Definitely didn't like that. Well, we already talked about all the reasons.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty darn dangerous right there.
Yeah, that was a really important shot.
Yeah, he can cut that on the side, I'm pretty sure. He can also cut it in the corners, I mean, just the same way. Let's see how he shoots it. Hit it good.
Oh, man.
Enjoys the scratch.
Man, that was a great shot.
Kevin the Killer Guimond. We don't want to say giant killer because obviously he's a giant himself.
Apparently. You know he's from the same neck of the woods as Mike the Shane.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really? I thought Mike was from Maine.
Yeah, originally, but you know, Mike's been
right now, yeah.
out of Rhode Island, and
yeah.
He's been playing out of Rhode Island also. But he's been down here in Texas for a little bit now, maybe a year or so.
Yeah, this has been quite an exhibition of some bar table pool by Kevin, man. I'm really impressed. Pretty sporty.
Wow, nice out, and Guimond on the hill. 6-4 over Charlie Bryant. Wow, I tell you what, how strong would that be, Kevin Guimond, if he takes the hot seat here?
$200 seller in the Cowboys.
Guaranteed second place.
Guaranteed he'll never sell for that cheap again.
that was funny. 200 in the first one and 700 on the second one.
Yeah, they woke up. People got caught sleeping.
Yeah.
If I was super pumped up, I would have never let him slip for 200. Well, I mean, Sylver was down 6-4 just like Charlie is right now. And Sylver came back, you know, had a couple good run-outs and stole the set from Shane. So, I mean, 6-4, it's really not that big of a gap, you know. All right, here we go. The Hillbilly break shot.
Okay, get ready to catch a cue ball. That's all I got to tell you. That ball, as much power as he puts in it, if it comes off the table, it's definitely coming our way.
Yeah, he hits it hard.
It's breaking right towards me and shove too. Charlie's his break is, and again, back to the fundamentals comment you made earlier, man. And I really don't remember seeing Charlie hit one off the table on the break. He really parks that cue ball very well. It always stays down real low.
That's just one sick roll right there. Lord have mercy.
Also, at the James Burnett Memorial next weekend, the winners from all three brackets, the ladies 9-ball, the one pocket, and the open 9-ball, are all going to receive a beautiful Jerry Olivier custom cue made just for the Burnett Memorial. And they all have the James Burnett autograph on them, his signature right above the wrap, which is really cool.
Yeah, that is really cool.
And you can check those out on the AZ Billiards forums under the tournament announcements. You can I put pictures of the cues on there, man. They're really nice. Also, we're going to have bounties at that tournament. We're going to put a bounty on all the top, not all the top players, but many of the top players, and as many up to 5. And if you beat any of those top players, you'll get paid right on the spot, right after the match. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. A little extra incentive for the underdogs to snap them off.
Yeah.
Now, I got a question about that. What would happen if a top pick beats a top pick?
No.
So they don't have to. They can't be in the top picks,
right,
in order to get paid for
right.
beating the top picks.
Yeah,
okay.
it's a bounty. Now, if no one beats the top picks and then they end up at the end of the tournament, they get the bounty money.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's a really fun thing to do there.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Well, I just noticed how smoky it is in here.
Yeah.
A lot of people are rubbing their eyes and readjusting.
Yeah, I mean, it's not horrible. I mean, I've seen a lot worse. But,
yeah. We've seen a lot worse. That's just
neither shot for myself smoke, so it's we're a little more sensitive to it.
Yeah. I'm actually an ex-smoker now. Halloween will be 2 years.
Yeah, I'm an ex-smoker myself. 24 years for me.
Ooh. Now that's pretty darn sporty.
I quit smoking when you were 4. Maybe 3. I quit smoking when my son was born, and that's part of the reason I did it. It's a lot of the reason, actually. I just don't want my kids to grow up with a smoking parent. Anyway. And I really don't know why I ever started to begin with.
Well,
is he going to get away with it?
He fired at it.
No, he didn't. Yeah, he did.
And that's Hillbilly.
It's like I was answering myself, and then you threw a question right in the middle, and it was like I was answering you and saying, "No, you're wrong." My bad, shot.
No, that was pretty funny. That was pretty cool.
All right. Well,
let's go Hillbilly.
Yeah, straight in. I brought a protractor just in case Charlie wanted to borrow it. Get out and measure it or something. Nah, I'm kidding.
Just in case.
I'm just messing with you, Charlie.
My eyes are burning up right now.
Yeah, Yeah, I really do admire Charlie's game, his precision, and he's got a lot of natural talent too. But he really does work on a lot of systems and programs and measuring systems. And,
I was watching him give a lesson up at the BCA Nationals in Las Vegas a month or two ago. I forget which booth he was at, but he was teaching a powerful draw stroke, and the way he was showing the mechanics in the stroke was really impressive. I actually stopped for 15 minutes and watched him give the lesson, and I mean he really knows what he's doing.
Yeah,
he's very dedicated to everything about pool. That's my favorite thing about Charlie.
Yeah, I kid him all the time. It's like he's been working on that book for like 7 years. Ever since I've known him, he's been working on that book. And he needs to get that thing published. He'd probably be rich right now if he just published that damn book. It's just full of all that wealth of information.
Yeah, it's loaded.
I'm giving it to him.
There we go, 6-5. Charlie closes the gap to 1 game.
Yeah.
Kevin's sitting comfortable on the hill. Well, actually, I don't want to say comfortable, but,
Man, alternating breaks, you're never comfortable on the hill.
Yeah, I'd have to say he's sitting anxious on the hill. I tell you what, the hill is definitely an anxious place to be, because once you're there, you're just sitting around and you're just waiting to get that set over with. You can taste it almost,
Oh yeah.
Give me my out to win.
I'll tell you what's the worst when you get it's like when you're on hill 0, and then your opponent put the 4-pack on you or something.
Oh yeah,
that's stressful, man.
Yeah. Looks like he might be playing the 2-9 here.
Yeah.
The 5's tied up. I mean, he can break it out with a 3-ball, but let's see which route he'll take here. He has to keep in mind that this could be your last time at the table, so treat every shot like it's your last when you're sitting on the hill alternate breaks. Looks like he's going to play for 2-9. He missed a really easy combo earlier. A 6-8 combo with the 8 almost in the hole. So,
and I still remember the one combo that Charlie made that was harder than
Oh,
this.
yeah,
The 9
yeah.
was out, and the 6 ball was about just as far away as this one, but the 9 was farther
5
out.
ball. It was the 5-9 combo.
Yeah. And then, bam, he fired it in
Yeah,
too.
100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
This looks like he should make this, though. I mean, this is the heat of the moment shot. Feel it out, make sure everything's right, and pull that trigger.
It's a lot harder, though, for the match.
Well,
So how much you want to bet Guimond's going to go home and practice combos for about a week?
you know what? He's a smart enough kid to where if he recognizes he has a weakness or something wasn't up to par, he's probably going to go practice it.
Action man John Day in the top of your screen there looking on, also known as Trainwreck.
Well, he kind of needed to get that one out sitting right in front of the side pocket while hiding the cue ball, because the good thing about the rollout rule here is when you push a ball right near the pocket, you can hide the cue ball behind a wall of balls. You can't use jump cues.
Right.
So, you limit their option to push out when you play a safety. So if you play a safety and hide the ball, you want to hide it while it's sitting in front of the hole, and now they can't push out. You see what I mean? I mean, that's one of the hidden strategies to the rollout rule.
And that doesn't really come up that much.
Yeah, and it really doesn't come out that much, but in that case, the shot Charlie just had. I mean, I like pushing on up here into the top left corner, just sticking it up there, and I mean, Charlie might get it back, but then again, you don't want to keep just shooting safety after safety. Eventually you can just sell out one, These guys are really grinding in here with this push-out rule. And for any of you in the chat, Brandon Schuff is commentating, I'm always rooting for a Hill match.
Oh, yeah.
I love them. Except for when I'm playing.
Right. But I do like these rules, I mean, here I am, over 2 years later, and I'm still agonizing over that match I played at the Fast Eddie's Tour in Austin 2 years ago, where my opponent got on the hill 8-3, and I come back and tied it up 8-8, and it was his break, and he broke and snapped the 9 in on me. Well, that would still count here.
Hey,
It's still brutal, man.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. That's crazy.
was feeling the heat on that shot.
That'll make
That
you
was
pucker
fun.
up.
I hope you all enjoyed that as much as I did.
Well,
I don't know what it was going to do.
Oh, this is kind of that situation here now. Look, it's tough. Well, he's going to have to roll out. It's tough to roll out anywhere.
No, he's not going to roll out. He's going to play it safe and make Charlie roll
Oh,
out.
I'm sorry. My bad. I didn't see the 2 ball on it there.
Oh, yeah, your screen's in the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of watch the table versus the screen sometimes, folks. So if we miss an angle somewhere that we can't see from your screen, we call it the commentator's view.
Yeah, exactly.
I like bouncing it, banking it straight up right past that 9 ball, back up to the end rail where his right hand is.
Right when he said that it was behind his back.
Right where his hand is, where the chalk is.
Yeah, and then do what with the cue ball?
Just bump it right over there near the pocket.
Okay, and then leave. Well, Charlie will give it back, wouldn't he? He might get.
No, he's playing it safe, and then Charlie's going to have to roll out.
Yeah, Charlie's just going to roll out, right?
Yeah, and if he does roll out, he's going to roll out to a bank shot because you don't want to leave too much green. You know, when you're playing this, when you have a lot of green in between the ball and the cue ball and no other balls in the way, you're kind of forced to shoot whether it's a bank shot or not. So I think in the next 2 or 3 shots, we're going to see somebody have to come with a critical, tough shot.
Yeah.
Which is the awesome rule about the rollout, you know. A lot of shooting. Yeah, he's looking at it right now. That's the right shot. He's going to have to play safe to get a shot from a man's rollout. How crazy does that sound? He's not rolling out, is he? Oh, he's looking at playing the 9.
Oh, he is.
No way.
Fired in 9, squeezed the 9 in the side pocket.
Yeah, 100 miles an hour. Counting him off there. He's not shooting. Oh, no.
I can't believe it. Yes, he was. Look at that.
Oh,
Get that man a
yeah.
jelly roll. Charlie's shaking his head, can't believe it.
Yeah, that's just a part of the game.
Yeah, you know, now David Harcrow was telling me about this little story about his brother, Calvin, and telling me that Calvin would get 3 if he could move 3 or more balls at any time. He just fire at them and get them rolling.
Sometimes that's actually a smart thing to do. As non-disciplined as it sounds, true statement.
Yeah. I remember coming up when I was younger, a lot of people from the Austin area used to do that all the time, and a lot of us from the Waco area, we'd call that Austin pool. You know, you just get a bunch of balls, don't have a shot, just move everything on the table if you can. And a lot of times something will drop. Mr. Juice in the house there at the top of your screen. Firing away them text messages. That's a nice shot. Oops, wrong table.
Well, here he goes, shooting at another offline combo. He's definitely not gun shy, that's for sure. He missed the first 2 combos. He missed the last 2 combos that he shot. So, I mean, I'd have to say he's going to make this one. Wow.
Kevin Guimond takes the hot seat, folks. Guaranteed second place.
That was pretty sporty.
Yeah, wow. All right, we're going to be taking a short break here. I'm going to get stuff refreshed, and then we're going to rearrange some seating in here for the spectators to watch the final match of the one-loss side and then the final. So stay tuned, folks. Lots more great pool coming your way. Very Strickland.
200 they bought that cash for. 200! I'm gonna go home and beat my wife. life. I can't whip her, but I can whip my grandkids. I'm beating them.
Very struggling now. Crazy. That's a nut. That's why I was.
I told Charlie when he was about to sell for like 100 and I think it was 70. I started overreacting here while I was like, oh, well, you can't let this guy go for that. And then Charlie started bidding on him, so I kind of helped Charlie out there.
Yeah. We're gonna take a quick break, folks, and refresh, and we'll be right back. Stay with us, please.